Tonight, police released an arrest warrant for a man suspected in the death of a teenage girl. Police are charging 23-year-old Mario Angeles Hernandez with felony child endangerment. He lives less than 3 miles away from the house where an unconscious 13-year-old Sophia Martinez was dropped off New Year's Day. KXAN's Robert Maxwell is live at Austin Police Headquarters tonight with what detectives are telling us. Robert?
And good evening, Leslie. They're saying that they're hoping to put a rush on toxicology reports to get them back within about 10 days or so. And we're now just 4 days since 13-year-old Sophia Martinez was left in the driveway of a friend after what we're hearing was a night involving a lot of alcohol. Even seasoned Austin homicide detectives admit this is a difficult crime to absorb.
It was very tough to work as homicide investigators for the most part. It took a toll on pretty much everybody. These guys handle a lot of death scenes all the time, but this one was particularly tough.
According to the arrest affidavit, Mario Hernandez and another man supplied 13-year-old Sophia Martinez and her 15-year-old friend with several shots of vodka and whiskey New Year's Eve. Sophia was pronounced dead the next morning at a hospital. Sophia's grieving cousin told KXAN this week the girls slipped out of her North Austin house where they were supposed to spend the night Monday.
We all took care of Sophia, so she was family friend to everybody. Monday
night, the arrest affidavit says the two teens ended up here in South Austin at a friend's house. They called an acquaintance and Hernandez's roommate, who drove them to his house on Lambs Lane, less than a mile away. No one was there when we knocked Friday. Based on interviews with the 15-year-old, police determined Sophia was given at least 5 servings of vodka and 4 of whiskey. The other girl said she also drank alcohol, enough to blur her vision. When the 15-year-old woke up the next morning, Sophia was unresponsive and not breathing. The affidavit goes on to say the girls were then taken back to the Lakehurst Drive house because Hernandez and his roommate did, quote, not want any drama at their house. In interviews with police, both men eventually admitted they were with the girls and gave them alcohol. Sophia's mother spent Friday privately making funeral plans for her teenager. 2 days earlier, her grief was heavy.
Just had such a bubbly personality.
And tonight, arrest warrants are out for the two men. We don't have a booking photo yet of Hernandez because police have one more photo lineup that they'd like to process as part of this ongoing investigation. For now, we're live outside APD headquarters in Austin. Robert Maxwell, KXAN News.